Where's Africa? Alright, so got my salad done. And I'm ready to eat now. It's a little bland. So I went to Chipotle when they was about to close. And they closed at 22 at 10. And I went there like 21:45 or something like that. I was like chancing it, but I was trying to get me a nap. You guys, don't assume people just have all day. Like when you get ready to close down your restaurant and you think like, oh, you've been sitting at home or you've been doing this all day and you haven't, tried to go get you something to eat. That's not always the case, you guys. Sometimes people actually are doing something and they have to run and get something at the last minute. And I'm not saying that they should feel like everybody should be available to them when they're done, but I'm just saying sometimes stuff happens, you know what I'm saying? So I am waiting for my coworker. It could be any time now, probably about maybe 1 or 2 minutes, that she calls in with her traffic, or comes inside of the office to let me know that she's done with this building. I'm still watching my cameras. So right now I'm watching The Untold Truth of Malia Obama. And it's pretty interesting stuff. You know how the paparazzi try to just put negativity out of the thing, but it just turns out that she's actually done some pretty positive things outside of things that her family has done. Malia Obama is President Obama's daughter. I just wanted to make sure you guys know that, because some people don't know stuff, and I just don't want everybody just assume everybody know. Just like if someone said something on a computer, like on another video before, and you didn't hear them say that, but they were like thinking that you already know, so they're informing you on some other stuff pertaining to the stuff that you don't know, but you have to fill in that part before you get to the next. You know what I'm trying to say. So yeah, I asked her to add some chicken in. Okay, so when I got to the thing, I asked them to first I was asking her to put a whole bunch of lettuce in there, because I like a lot of lettuce in mine. And then I asked her, so she assumed I wanted a lot of everything. So she gave me a lot of rice. And a lot of rice ended up to being a lot of meat. And so I always divide my salad in half like this, but it's never been this much. Chipotle is actually pretty skimpy with their meat normally. But she put enough of everything in here. And it's good. So if you guys are wondering, I do get sour cream on the side, and I get the little hot sauce, and I tried Tabasco sauce this time. I'm not a big fan of Tabasco sauce. I like just regular hot sauce, like Louisiana Red Hot, Texas Pete. Yeah. So one thing I noticed about so I just finished watching the Malia story. And one thing I noticed about them about the internet, they always mention Malia, but they never mention Sasha without mentioning Malia. Like, she's not an individual. It's always like the Obama girls or Malia. So Sasha they never say anything about her, and I'm just wondering why.
During her high school graduation, Malia enrolled at Harvard University in August 2017. When her parents dutifully dropped her off at the prestigious university, her dad would...
So I'm going to go ahead and eat the other half of the salad, even though it's a lot. But lettuce, does not get... It's like it gets soft, and then it's not edible anymore. So if I don't go ahead and eat it now, it's not going to work out. So I'm going to go ahead and eat it right now. And yeah, so I have a question, you guys. So when I was in Chipotle trying to get my food, this guy comes up to me and he starts to talk to me, and he's like, hey, how you doing? He was very respectful, and I kind of entertained a little bit. Hey, how you doing? and I did not show any interest at all. I just, was being normal. And upon me getting my food, I basically was explaining to him that I was, trying to get to work and everything. And he was like, well, you should let me, take you out sometime. And I just said no. So I want to know. And after I said that, he just looked at me like, oh. It's like he was so sure that I was going to say hello just because I just, was nice to him. So I want to know, is there a good way to turn someone down? Like, is there a way you do it? Because I mean, he looked very, very distraught about me saying no, and it was weird. Like, he was there eating by himself, and he seemed like he was, an okay guy, and it wasn't anything personal. He wasn't like, I know sometimes people be like, what, am I ugly or something? Somebody asked me that before. I'm like, no, I was just not interested. I have I have some things that I have going on my own, and I'm just working on doing this. And I already know I'm not gonna call you and talk to you on the phone. We're not gonna have any type of communication, and it's kind of like a waste of a relationship if you know that you're not gonna put your all into it. So that's kind of how I feel. Like, and I'm not even just saying a relationship, just a friendship in general. It's just a waste of a friendship if you know you're not gonna put your all into it. So I just, it's not always personal. But he seemed very, very annoyed by the fact that I did not want to give him my number and let him take me out. I'm just trying to figure out, is there some way I should have done it, or would he have been better or more content or happy if I would have gave him the wrong number and or just toyed with his emotions for a while. I'm just not that type of person. If I feel like I'm not
Maintenance VNC or complete and secure starting.
Sorry about that, guys. Okay, so yeah, I'm just trying to figure out, is there like an easier way to say no? Is there a way that I can say no and still, let somebody maintain their dignity? Like I said, it's so nice. Like, no thank you, or, no, I'm good. And he was a very handsome guy, but it's just not, I'm not interested, so I'm just not gonna waste your time. But then if I go and I say I don't want to waste your time, then I'm gonna have the conversation about how would you be wasting my time, and I have to stay and explain to you, and I'm telling you I have to be at work. So I had every plan on going to Walmart, give me some pickles, give me a charger, and get my food and get into my job. I started out with an hour of time, and I still ended up getting to my job like 15 minutes early, only to like be trying to get my stuff together to get inside of my job, only to be clocking in like right at like 22:57. I mean, it's just, the time just goes by so fast. So I'm constantly like not having enough time to do things. So I'm working on prioritizing things. It's difficult though, because I'm not just like procrastinating. I am actually doing work. I'm actually trying to rest. I'm actually trying to do personal hygiene, do all this in between my shift, and trying to make it work. And it's difficult. I have a couple of jobs. I never get home to lay my head down. I have a goal in mind, and I'm just trying to make it work. So for me to just be like trying to date anyone, or just, it's just not going to fit in the cards for me right now. I don't know. I really wanted this salad, but it doesn't taste as good as it normally does. It's just very bland.
See my welcome back. Honestly, I did not need any of this stuff, if I'm being quite honest.